The other day, I text Andy Reid, and I got a text back, and I thought it was Andy Reid, but it was some guy selling pigs. But it sounded good. I should have told y'all that, so y'all would have thought I actually talked to Andy Reid, but I didn't.
Welcome to the Silliest Thing I Saw This Week. I am your host, Dave Pyper, and if you've come for some NFL silliness, you're going to have a good time. We are brought to you each and every week by Vuori, makers of the most versatile and comfortable clothing on the planet. I'll talk more about Vuori later on in the show. Let's be honest with each other. We got some real stinkers of some NFL games this past week, but it won't stop the silliness from seeping through. Did you guys happen to catch this cheeky move by Chase Brown on Sunday? Here in the second quarter, the Bengals have the ball and Chase Brown takes the handoff. Pay attention to what happens here. Brown looks back and even pumps like he's gonna do a flea flicker, but pulls the ball down instead and just makes the best out of it. It seems as if Brown saw defensive end Will McDonald right next to Joe Flacco and made the decision not to flick. Or was it a completely fake flick? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Spiro Ditas and Adam Archuleta seem to think that this was a heads-up play by Brown.
You know, it's hard to tell. Was it a fake? I think this was a real flea flicker.
Either way, it was a really cool play from Sunday. And you know, while we're in Cincinnati, this one gave me a good chuckle. A little earlier in the game, the Jets have the ball, and this is going to be a handoff to Breece Hall. And from the broadcast, it just kind of looks like a 4-yard run. But from the All-22 film, we get to see something nasty. Keep your eye on number 44 here as Hall cuts in the hole and destroys Demetrius Knight's ankles. Who doesn't love watching a guy get beat like that? Halloween is just around the corner, and it was great to see some fans getting involved, but Mac Hollins gave me some good laughs with his costume. I'm a huge fan of the game chess, and if you're familiar with chess, then you know that this is a bishop. And if you pay attention to the way Hollins is moving, he's moving diagonally the same way a bishop does. Hollins is also not wearing shoes, just like a bishop on a chessboard. But if you're not familiar with the game of chess, you might be Mark Schlereth, because Mark seemed to be a little confused about Hollins' costume.
But here's how this is Halloween. I mean, that's him right there, barefoot, rolling in. He's a chess piece. He's saying, "Hey man, I'm the bishop. I am the chess piece."
That's a bishop?
Yeah, I think it's I don't really know. I was more of a checkers guy.
Yeah. He's more of a checkers guy, and you know, we knew Mark. We knew. I got a blink and you'll miss it chuckle on Sunday. This one almost made me legitimately spit out my drink. The Eagles are kicking off to the Giants, and I'll do my best to keep this in frame. But what the heck is this? That is Sidney Brown with a flying knee to the chest of Gunnar Olszewski. Brown makes no significant impact on this play. He's just out there throwing knees. I wonder if he knows George Pickens. This feels very much like a George Pickens move, if you ask me. Each and every week, our show is brought to you by Vuori, makers of my favorite and the most comfortable clothing around. Go to vuori.com/Harris for 20% off your first purchase. Vuori makes the most comfortable and versatile clothing on the planet. Whether you're just sitting around watching football on a Sunday like I do, or out on the links trying to shoot the round of your life, Vuori has you covered. I played some golf this weekend. That's right. It was cold outside. It was cold in Ohio. We teed off early. It was about 45 degrees outside, but I knew the cold would be no match for my Sunday performance joggers. And I had my shiitake waffle beanie, and I was nice and cozy. So if you want to be nice and cozy, head over to vuori.com/Harris for 20% off your first purchase and get free shipping on all orders over $75. Thank you, Vuori, for making this show happen, and let's get back to some laughs. The Ravens and Tyler Huntley got back on track this Sunday with a win, even if their wide receivers were taking down the young QB. Here in the middle of the third quarter, Tyler Huntley takes the snap, he moves up in the pocket and sees a lane. Huntley is moving down the field and looks like he might have a chance until Zay Flowers gets blocked right into him. Zay knows it. You can see Zay's a little sad when he gets up. There was a moment here that I thought that Huntley was maybe never touched by a defensive player, so he wasn't down, but the refs rule him down immediately, so I guess he was touched. Huntley has to work on his vision, or Flowers is going to have to work on his blocking. Or you guys can keep just giving me laughs every week. That'll work too. And that is going to do it for me this week, guys. I want to thank Viore for their continued support. Click the link below for 20% off your first purchase and to let Viore know that we sent you. I was going to show you guys this graphic flub on Sunday where CBS assigned Kyle Pitts' name to a defensive player, and then that wasn't even the player involved in the sack. But honestly, it wasn't that funny. It just kind of confused me. It confused me for a second, so it made me laugh. I didn't think you guys would actually care that much. So you just get it in the rambling at the end. But I hope everyone is doing great. I hope you guys have a safe holiday weekend. Halloween's just around the corner, so be safe out there. Have a great time. And I'm also praying, with Halloween around the corner, that we will see some Ghostbusters next week. All right, guys? All right, I'll see you guys next week. Cheers.
Thanks so much for watching. Please, please, please smash that like button. Write a comment, tell us who else you'd like to see us review film on, and of course, best of all, please subscribe to our channel and then click that little bell above the subscribe button and you'll be notified whenever we post a new video.